Hello, good day everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Colorful Threads. And today we're going to be doing the laser light replacement, the little red light that shines on your items whenever you're doing your adjustments. So, has your light gotten faded? Maybe it's a big round blob as opposed to a nice fine point, or has it just completely disappeared? So I will be including underneath this video links to be able to buy a new laser light for your machine, which, by the way, this repair can be done on the Melco Summit, as you see today for me. Even though mine's brand new, this is how to replace it. It's also for the EMT16X, all of the Amaya models, the Amaya, XT, XTS, EMT16, and the Bravo as well. You can do this repair on, and the Bernina E16 as well. So all of those machines you can do this repair on. All right, so first thing we're gonna need is gonna be our tools. We're gonna need the 3mm and the 2.5mm wrench, and one of those very special wrenches that come in the little bag, right? That you never use. We are going to need the 2.5 that's in here. BALL, ball end, has the little ball on the end. I don't know if you can see that or not, but has the ball. It's a little shorter on the other side. We're going to need this because we're going to go at an angle. All right. And what you want to do is get your machine on and set up and move to needle number 1. So if your machine is on needles 10, if your machine is on and it's on any other number but 1, move it to number 1. Because just like when you do your maintenance, where you open this cover and get inside and do your greasing of your cams in here, we need to get into this cover. So our machine needs to be on number 1. And it's important that it's on number 1 now, because we're going to turn the machine off. And you know how when you boot the machine up, it moves? We don't want it to move. We want it to stay on 1, home, stay on 1. Okay, so I got my machine set to needle number 1, and now I'm going to turn it off, power down. And the reason you power down is because if you take your laser off while the power's on, it's not going to hurt anything. But if you plug your laser light in and the power is live on the machine, it shocks the laser and it'll blow it out. So power off. All right, now we're just going to take our cover off. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. If you want to get notifications for future repairs, make sure you hit the bell and give the video a nice thumbs up if it was good information for you. If you're also interested in trading in your machine and getting the new Summit, there will be links below so that you can get in contact with a sales representative to help you. Okay, 4 and the 2.5. Cover, off and out. Okay, now this little white cube here is the housing for your laser assembly. And it has a cable that comes up in here with a little plug here. We're going to disconnect this plug. It has a little pinch to the top. It's kind of hard to show. Pinch it from this way. Pinch and release. So we're unplugged. So now there's 2 silver screws here, and one is kind of half behind this cover. That's why you need the little ball end, so you can get in at an angle and loosen. Okay, I had to go the short way to get it loose. Now I can get in there at an angle. Once we get this bottom one out, we can put this wrench down, which is very hard to use at an angle. I'm going to leave the screw in there but loose. Grab my other wrench so I can go straight in on the top one. We're going to pull this guy off like this. See how it's starting to get loose? And it's out. So you have your laser here and your assembly here. I highly suggest you replace both of them at the same time. The plastic composite material that the housing is in can crack and start to cause issues with the light not shining where you want. So replace all of this at once, link below. You're going to save your 2 screws because you're going to reuse those. They don't come with the new machine assembly. Okay, so mine's brand new, so I'm just going to put it right back in the machine. Basically the way I took it out. I'm going to put my little screws in because it's easier if they're in there to kind of get it into the machine. Get close to where I need to be. Hold it with my 1 finger. I'm going to start my top screw because it's the easiest to work with. Get it started. Get my little angle. Find that location for that screw. Get that in. And we're not trying to tighten this down right now. We want it in. It's going to be loose because we're going to make some adjustments to the position and where it shines down here on our machine. The next thing we're going to do is plug it in. So I'm going to grab my little connectors, make sure that the lines up. There's only one way for it to go. Get it in, connected. Okay. We're going to push our little wires inside the machine. Now, you're going to take your cover, reinstall your cover, and this is going to be temporary for the boot up. But remember, this is to cover the area in case it moves. All right. My cable is in the way. There we go. All right. So it's in. I'm going to put 1 screw in, the front screw here. And I'm going to leave it loose. Remember that rule. Leave that loose. And I'm going to boot up my machine. Okay. It's already shining the laser light down here. Just let your machine power up. It's going to take a few seconds. This is our safety net. Now we're at the point where it could be dangerous. Do your little dance. There we go. That's the part we have the cover on for. Once your machine has booted up and it's communicating with whatever computer, that's fine. What we need to do is take the cover off. We're on number 1, so we're going to take this cover back off. Our safety net can come out. And off. So now we have to get the alignment for this. Now, if you're using a machine that has the keypad, you're going to have to hold the laser light while you adjust it. You could also have a friend come and push the button and hold the laser light while you're adjusting and tightening. On this particular summit, there is an ability to turn the laser light on and it stay on for us. So I'm just going to turn mine on. And now you can see the light. Hopefully you can see the little red dot way over here. Well, we need that red dot in the middle of our hole. And so that's why we're going to adjust this. See how if I move it, it wiggles around. Can you see that in the video? Okay, great. All right, so get my light shining in the middle of my hole. And maybe I need to tighten it just a smidge so it doesn't wiggle too much. Okay, now then, get it adjusted. Move it. And that looks pretty close. I'm going to take a piece of paper and kind of see. I need to get it right a little bit more. There we go. So can you see the edge of the paper? So I'm just sliding the paper so I can see the light shining right in the middle. And then once you get that positioned, just going to tighten this. You don't need to tighten it too tight. You just want to keep it from moving. So I'm going to double check. I'm going to slide my paper, see where my light is shining. And it looks like it's right in the middle of my hole where I want it to be. So I have this adjusted. Maybe give it one more little. You're not trying to crank these screws down. You're just trying to get it snug so it doesn't vibrate around. Double check. My laser light is beautiful. Okay, so this is done. I got all my wires tucked out of the way. I can put the cover back on now. We're gonna follow the same rules with our cover as we do when we're doing our maintenance. So we're gonna get all of these in place, and then we're gonna have it move so we can tighten them down in the future step, just like we do in our maintenance, because that's important. Okay. And in. I can turn my laser light off now. Doesn't need to be shining. All right, so cover is on. I'm gonna move my machine. You would use your, your needle and arrow keys if you're using the keypad. On my particular machine, we're gonna do 13 should be fine. Perfect. And 13 is not good. I need to go to 12. There we go. Yeah, that's the right one. 3, tighten, and then I think the next one I need to go to is 2. 2. Tighten these down. And you are good to go. At this point, you are ready to rock and roll with a nice, fresh, shiny, new, pointy, beautiful laser light. So, I hope this helped. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.